That's one of my favorite wrestling techniques ever, one of the best throws in existence, the lateral drop. It uses your posterior muscle chain and does the strongest movement of your body. Looks fabulous, flashy move, and it's actually an easy move and high percentage. Let's do it. Lateral drop. It's so easy. Okay, so all we need, usually over under, right? And best if Uke pushes against me. Now all I'm doing is stepping in, bring my hip forward, stepping in, and then lean back, bow over my shoulder, bring the hip forward. Huh. And land on top. So easy. So the movement is just stepping in, drop your hip a bit, extend the hip and bend, whoop, and land on top. What you get? So easy. Bam, 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 like wrestle, wrestle, wrestle. Woof! Ta-da! So easy. To practice, right? Because it's very unnatural to bend back and pull over your head, over the side. So just make your partner stand stable and firm, and we're gonna over under, and usually I'm digging in my hand here to have a better grip. You can also go with a cross grip like Indian grip and grab the whole thing, but that is what I prefer. Now what we're gonna do is he's bending over a bit, put that foot forward a bit, so you just a bit, so it's more stable. Now I'm gonna step inside of his face, between his legs, between his feet, drop my hip, and now look, he's holding me, hold, yeah, carry me. And now all I'm doing is, see my hip is low, I'm bringing my hip up, and I'm closing the distance between my chest and his chest, my belly and his, my hip and his. So just snugly tight, look backwards, and then we're slowly gonna roll over that shoulder. Yes. You can practice for yourself. The movement is so simple. Step in, drop low, backwards on the shoulder. From there on, right, up. Now add a bit of hip extension. Up, hip extension. Add a bit more hip extension. Woof! And now do it with a willing partner who's fearless and strong, who's a seasoned wrestler. Up, bam. Make sure he's holding his hands tight to your body. The major injury risk is him trying to stop the fall with his hands. Right? I'm holding his arm, and if he's extending his hand, both our body weight on his arm, it's gonna get crunchy. So hold arms tight, and he's just gonna roll. And yeah, let me emphasize right now to not practice this without professional supervision, let's say. Like, don't do it if you're a white belt and not a white belt, and just go for lateral drops. Ask your coach, practice with him. Boom, step in, hip up, right, and there's no way he can stop me, because even if he does, I'm just gonna pull him over. Bam, so easy. Now instead of the wizard here, I'm gonna hold tight. It's gonna make it even better. I'm pulling on his back, and what does he do if I pull on his back? He's trying, yes! He's trying to bring it backwards, so it makes it a lot easier. So I'm trying to go for bear hug, and he's trying to push the hip back and the shoulder forward, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. Just roll. So easy to fall, right? Mm-hmm. Let's do it again. Boom. Make sure to have hip extension. What happens many times is people fear to have hip extension, and they kind of drop the hip now, and try to pull sideways. And now he's just gonna land on top of me and on the side mount ideally. And so that way he suffocated my throw. If I like drop and I try to push him here, inward, no force. I need to pull him diagonally over my shoulder. Hop, hip out, diagonally backwards. Utmost important to have hip extension, look back, strong neck, land on your shoulder, and extend your hip all the way. The better your hip extension is, the better your lateral drop is. Practice that hip extension, practice the movement of dropping the hip, expanding, landing on your shoulder. So easy. Practice the hanging drill on your partner, hip extension, chest, belly extension, roll. And then practice it from that easy situation. So I'm trying to throw him right, left, right, I'm trying to push against him. And as soon as I feel him pushing back, all I need to do is step under his center of gravity. So I'm gonna penetrate his base and then just flip backwards. Ooh. There's no way on earth he's gonna stop that. So that's the lateral drop, one of the best throws I ever did. I promise too much, it's so easy, right? It looks amazing, it's flashy. The harder you bam, push, the higher he flies. But it's actually just very simple. Drop your weight, hip extension. Practice for yourselves, do the drills. And as I mentioned, always with professional supervision, right? Make sure to have a seasoned wrestler and a professional coach supervise you for maximum safety in training. Hope you liked it and see you next time.